Hi, I'm Danny Almon of AlmonTravel, associated with CARP, Canadian Association of Retired Persons in Nova Scotia. We've been in business since 2003, so over 17 years, and have seen a lot of changes, but nothing like we're experiencing right now. We have a number of specialties. We can do lots of things for lots of people, but our specialties are destination weddings. We've done 130 of those. And how that would apply perhaps to the CARP membership is if anybody is interested in doing an extended family vacation or an anniversary special, and there are lots of people to go on this trip with you, we have lots of experience with arranging those kinds of trips. So we also specialize in Florida, mostly theme parks, and again, extended family vacations there. Of course, Caribbean vacations, where our destination weddings experience has given us a lot of experience looking at resorts, visiting, and recommending resorts. We've done a lot of resort inspections. Anytime we go down there, we've been 9 times to Riviera Maya, where the main Karisma resorts are located. So we have a lot of experience, visiting resorts and learning about them, and that enables us to be able to recommend resorts for our clients. We also do cruises, ocean cruises, with the popular ones, Alaska, Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and we did a very interesting one called British Isles, where we did all the way around the British Isles. It was quite a fantastic cruise. But the more important ones, what we focus on, are river cruises. We've done 10 different itineraries, and we are talking about those on a number of our presentations as well. CARP's plan for travel. Well, we don't have any plans for travel right now. The situation with COVID has made it even dangerous for us to be thinking specifically about dates for travel. So what we have done with this series of presentations, like we're going to be doing with Sabrina of Karisma today, is an opportunity to learn about different destinations, resort changes, river cruises, ocean cruises, that sort of thing. And we've done this, I believe, is our 7th presentation of a total of about 18 and counting, every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. So certainly plan to show up for as many of them as you possibly can, and invite your friends. Also, if you have any suggestions for topics for these presentations, certainly get in touch with me at danny@almontravel.ca and let me know. Be happy to check to see if we can find representatives from different companies to be able to come on, as Sabrina will be doing in a few moments. So Bill Van Gorder is typically on these with us, but Bill is the COO and Chief Policy Officer for CARP National, as well as the founding chair for CARP Nova Scotia and the senior spokesperson for CARP in the Maritimes. So he was unable to be with us today, but certainly my connections with Bill go back a fair way. I joined one of his charitable causes, 100 Men Who Give a Damn, back about 5 years ago. And in the time that he, as a chief organizer of that, and I, as a board member, we raised $350,000 for local charities in Halifax with no overhead at all. So the entire amount of the money went to the charities. Bill is a founding father of that, also his position at CARP. And I booked a couple of trips for him, in fact. We did a river cruise and also a Rocky Mountaineer train ride, and a train ride back to Halifax as well. So as a result of my connections with Bill and that, he invited us to represent CARP Nova Scotia. So we're happy to be able to do that. I would like now to introduce our main presenter today, Sabrina Filatow of Karisma Resorts. Welcome, Sabrina, and looking forward to your presentation.
Thank you so very much. I assume that you can see my screen, and if anyone out there would please test out that chat box and let us know, confirming that you can see our screen and that you can hear us loud and clear. That would be fantastic. Any questions you have throughout today, please don't hesitate to send them to us either in the questions or the chat box. It's such a pleasure to be here. Danny actually has some awards you can see in the back there up high because of his fantastic production and support of our properties. And I've personally hosted him in Riviera Maya many times, and so excited to be able to have this partnership because we have such a great fit for travelers, I believe, that are part of the CARP association. So we're really excited. What are Karisma hotels all about? Well, what makes us a little bit different, you might have stayed at an all-inclusive or experienced an all-inclusive, but what sets us apart would be our gourmet inclusive experience. So the gourmet inclusive, ladies and gentlemen, has to do with gourmet cuisine, premium drinks, personalized service, and activities for all ages. So what this means is that starting with gourmet cuisine, our chefs are trained from different restaurants and culinary schools around the globe. We have well awarded restaurants and very well and highly trained staff for service. We take care of every dietary need. I think this is really important. We have clients that are celiac or just can't eat gluten for whatever reason it might be, and we can take care of that on every single one of our menus, in every single one of our hotels, and every single one of our restaurants and dining experiences. Be it a plant-based, vegan, vegetarian, what have you, we can take care of that. And not only that, but our dining is all a la carte with beautiful AAA four Diamond Award-winning hotels. So you know that this is a fantastic type of cuisine. And Danny can tell you firsthand, as I'm sure he'll add in as we get through the presentation. Premium drinks is part of this. Having an award-winning wine list at each and every one of our restaurants, as well as sommeliers, helps us to provide that elevated beverage experience and not only the food portion. So to start with, as a gourmet inclusive standard, you're going to find not one, but multiple wines included with no extra cost as part of our standard menu. And you'll find fantastic bars like a martini bar in our lobby at El Dorado Royale, and my personal favorite, the Mezcal bar at the El Dorado Seaside Suites. Personalized service means that we have a concierge throughout all of our properties. Every few hundred feet, you've got a concierge gazebo. They're working all throughout the day and late into the evening to make sure this stay is amazing. If you'd like to come for a honeymoon or anniversary celebration with your family, our romance concierge is going to take care of all of those details to make it really a great and personalized experience. And there are activities for all ages. So whether it be a yoga on the beach, as you can see here, bringing the grandkids or your blended families together to take advantage of all the activities, we have something for guests of all ages. Now let's talk about travel. As Danny mentioned, CARP doesn't have any specific travel plans, but we want you to know that you're in great hands, of course, with Danny Almon of AlmonTravel, and then ourselves with Karisma. We have a peace of mind program, and this initiative talks more than anything about having a complete and holistic approach to what travel looks like today. We know that people would like to escape. They'd like to come on a different experience and get away after being so long, especially here in Canada, you know, staying within Canada and not traveling. So we have this Peace of Mind initiative prepared to provide that extra peace of mind. Now, Karisma Hotels has always worked, already a decade now, with independent certifications, which you can see across the bottom of the slide. Check Safety First, Cristal, Earth Check, International Wellbeing Institute. So this is part of our standard practices of all of these years. But now we're taking that up a notch, of course, with deep cleaning, the rooms that are sealed clean. Rooms, guest rooms, ladies and gentlemen, will not be used for 48 hours in between guests. Uncompromised food and beverage. What does this mean? This means that, for example, our well-known award-winning cuisine service is not going to change. We're just going to have digital menu items, for example, instead of the typical paper. We will have 24-hour room service with environmentally friendly containers so that you are able to dispose of those and without making a big impact on the environment. We're taking consideration social distancing and taking very important care of our internal clients, which is of course our staff, which serve with such a passion. Now we're taking this to another level with the Mayo Clinic. So expanding these partnerships, and Delos, which is actually in partnership and endorsed with Dr. Deepak Chopra, to not only provide the health and safety side of things, but an entire well-being for our guests while they're on property. I do see some questions coming up, and as I mentioned earlier, we'll be taking all of the questions at the end of the presentation for you. And so this gives you an idea of the different steps, which you can go into detail on the website, which is listed just at the top of the page, karismahotels.com/peace-of-mind. Social responsibility is very important to us as well, and this is at the forefront of our company for a number of years. One of the examples of this is our greenhouse, which is on property at the El Dorado Royale and Casitas Royale, which actually provides a farm or greenhouse to table experience for our guests. We have over 76,000 square feet of greenhouse where we provide fresh veggies and herbs to all of our properties in the Riviera Maya. You can see on the right-hand side as well some of the many certifications that we are honored to have achieved thus far. So let's talking about Riviera Maya, let's go there for a moment. So we start off with our adult-only resorts. This brand is called the El Dorado Spa Resorts by Karisma. You will not find another brand that is able to provide you the passion and service with this Mexican luxury feel as El Dorado. Here's a snapshot of the brands and properties that exist within this brand, and I'm going to take you through each property and its highlights. Starting with the El Dorado Royale, 478 suites. And I'd like to mention, ladies and gents, that these properties were pretty much made for social distancing. This is, in fact, our largest property. There are 3 properties in a row right in this complex, but the total of this one, for example, is just 478 suites. You're on a mile and a half of beachfront that you can walk through, and you can see all these lush palm gardens where you can find a shady area, a beautiful area on the beach, or one of the many pools where you can be in. Talk about social distancing. Look at the bottom left of the screen. You can see a couple of our guests enjoying the swing right in the middle of the Caribbean Sea. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got 6 pools, spas, 2 fantastic spas that are actually Mayan themed. So the Riviera Maya is wonderfully rich in culture, and we've taken these Mayan-inspired treatments throughout all of our El Dorado properties. There are 13 restaurants and 10 bars, including the famed culinary theater, which is called Fuentes. This is a daily occurrence where we have changing menus, and the chef is cooking right in front of your eyes in a huge 60-foot palapa air-conditioned restaurant with a show kitchen, and everything is portrayed on these large screens. It's something that you don't want to miss for those foodies in the group. So the El Dorado Casitas Royale is within the same complex. You've got it right next door, all oceanfront, and it's little Mexican casitas, little houses is what casitas means, and they're these beautiful suites that all feature the outdoor Aguas de la Mar showers, the jacuzzi, of course, or whirlpool for 2, and all king size beds. So we really recommend this for couples. You can see a picture of the Temazcal on the bottom left, which is a Mayan ritual in one of our spas here at the Casitas Royale. So this is beachfront. You have a slightly more elevated service than at the El Dorado Royale with things like beach butlers that are going to bring you refreshments, coconut ice cream, reading material, and you name it, to enjoy on your 4-poster king-size beds that are all lining the beach in front of each and every one. These are actually situated in enclaves, which I'll show you in just a moment. Here's an enclave. So these casitas, this is 4 casitas right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see them in little groups of 4. So it goes anywhere from 16 to 20 to 34 casitas in one enclave. And if you would like to come with a group, you can actually book this for a group or social event, or even perhaps a destination wedding. Now, the El Dorado Maroma is our smallest of the El Dorado properties and my personal favorite. Why? Because I'm a beach lover, and this is on one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, according to Condé Nast. So it's just 157 suites with 3 pools, 2 spas, 7 restaurants, and 5 bars. You can see here what the turquoise ocean colors are like, but I'll show you in just a moment. It's on one of the world's top-rated beaches. One of my favorite things about this property would have to be the fact that it's an amazing beach. It is actually just adjacent to Marina Maroma Adventures. So what you have here on the top left-hand corner, you can see is actually things like deep sea fishing, jet skiing. You can go on the beach for a camel ride. There's swimming with dolphins. An adventurous day on the Caribbean Sea awaits, but it's right next door to the property. So many people book tours and go there. You have your own secluded beach, but you also can just walk right over and experience an amazing tour or water experience there. Now, this property is home to the Palafitos, over the water and out of this world. You don't have to take an umpteen-hour flight, ladies and gentlemen, because we have over the water bungalows right here in Riviera Maya, Mexico. So we opened close to almost 4 years now. And these are the world's first, the Caribbean's first over the water bungalows. And we're very excited to bring these to you today with AlmonTravel. So the Palafitos is over water living with infinite horizon views from your terrace. So you're talking 360 degree views from the side. And we also have a front facing that has just unobstructed, complete, amazing views right from your bed. And of course, glass bottom floors within the suites. They have the romantic Aguas del Amor outdoor showers, whirlpool, oversized deck, personalized butler service, and so much more. So if you would like to take the escape of a lifetime and have an amazing social distance experience, do ask about the Palafitos. Now we're coming to the El Dorado Seaside Suites. And I know that you had some feedback, Danny, whenever you're ready, about this property, but it was the very, very first property, and we actually have two sections, the Palms property and the Infinity section, which is Dorado Seaside Suites, which you see here, all infinity pools. So meaning you're in your room and all this blue line out that you see here is all plunge pools that overlook the Caribbean Sea. It's spread across a long beachfront, as you can see, perfect for walking, lots of shady, beautiful palm areas, and amazing restaurants. My favorite would be the British-inspired pub, which is on property. And this is another AAA 4-Diamond Award-winning property. Something neat to mention here is the location, besides the amazing views. And the location is actually an hour and a half from the Cancun airport. But what this is it puts you right in the southernmost part of the Riviera Maya, very close to Tulum, Xel-Há, and many other amazing attractions.
It's one of my favorite of all of the El Dorado resorts. I mean, they're all way up there in my opinion, but the Palms, particularly bottom left there, that picture doesn't do the justice of the lushness of it. And we've been there on very hot days, and you can walk along these paths, and the palm trees are shielding you from the very hot sun, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's a mix of low rise and high rise. I kind of have a soft spot towards low rise, and that's what Riviera Maya is actually noted for, is a lot of low rise, whereas Cancun is a lot of high rises. But we get a mix of both, I guess, best of both worlds, so to speak. The swimming is fantastic, and I have been on the beach watching people swim and watching people snorkel as well, and seeing really interesting fish. I remember seeing one person snorkeling, and I could see probably about 25, 30 feet from him, a very large silvery fish, just kind of watching them too. So yeah, very exciting there. Superb gourmet restaurants. Have never had a bad meal at that resort. Never had a bad meal at any of the Karisma resorts, but it's particularly enjoyable there. And a stunning spa, just absolutely stunning. It's a little distance away from the actual resorts, but with the little cars that they send around, no difficulty getting there at all. One of my favorite resorts in the Caribbean.
Thanks for saying that, Danny. And yeah, just to mention, you can snorkel right off the beach, which is amazing. And it's the largest spa in Riviera Maya. So if you are into spa, this is a resort to absolutely look into. And I love the fact of how close it is to all the nearby amazing attractions, which you should not miss. So Hidden Beach is something a little different. This is actually adjacent to that property, and you have full exchange privileges and use of all the restaurants and food and beverage experiences. But this is actually the world's only 5-star au natural resort. So it's in an enclave, as you can see here on the screen, top left, with just 43 suites, a very small, intimate property for those looking for an au natural vacation, full of daily themed activities, of course, daily and nightly, and gourmet cuisine as well with our gourmet inclusive experience. Now let's go to gourmet inclusive for all ages. Some of you may have kids in your life, and what a joy to be able to go away and spend time with them and come to a place where you really just don't have any worries. There are things planned for them, kids menus throughout the resorts, family rooms, even guaranteed connecting suites. There's so much that we could talk about it for days and days, but I'll keep moving. And starting off here with our baby and toddler essentials. So this makes a great a great amenity. Myself, as a mom of 2 little girls, I love the fact that when I travel to the properties, I don't have to carry anything with me. Literally, they've got toys, they've got baby bottle warmers, they've got baby monitors, little bathrobes for the young ones, cribs, pack and plays, strollers, even little kid menus, and much, much more. Danny, perhaps you wanted to add in, you've seen this as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen this on inspection and also seen it when we've traveled there ourselves. I just get such a kick out of the little bathrobes for the 2-year-olds. It's so cute, and of course the toys and the Gerber food that's supplied for the babies is also to be noted. They have a wonderful Azulitos program for the younger children in the family too, and the hours are very, very nice. I think they start at 9 and go till 12, and then maybe 2 until 9 or something like that. You correct me afterwards if I'm wrong. But they also have a program for, I believe it's 12 to 17-year-olds. And again, that's a program that runs from 9 in the morning till 9 at night, and supervised. Just lots of very fun things to do for the younger people in the family. I call particularly it used to be called Azul Sensatori, now is called Azul Beach Riviera Maya. I call this a family-oriented resort as opposed to a family-friendly resort, and there's quite a difference in those two terms. Yet the adults are catered to fantastically as well.
That's very well said. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue with Generations Riviera Maya, and then we'll get to the Azul that you were mentioning. So Generations Riviera Maya is also within the complex of the El Dorado Royale and El Dorado Casitas Royale, with that 1.5 miles of beachfront. And I actually really, really love the fact that this property is there, because it makes such a great place for guests of all ages and generations. It's an all-suite, all oceanfront, all gourmet family resort. So you're talking just 162 suites, 11 different pools when you're counting the infinity pools. Again, this more of a high rise, but not too high, as we mentioned. So you've got here, you can see 7 stories, and you can see here they've got the infinity plunge pool. And I love that, as among being able to be in the room, of course, depending on the kids' ages, and watch my kids splash around in the pool just in front. And then you've got swim up suites on the bottom, which all of our properties do feature swim up suites where you can access the pool right from your balcony. Swim up pool, which you can see with the mommy and daughter here floating on the unicorns. And you can see on the bottom left, of course, the whirlpool tubs and one of the restaurants in our gourmet tower. So we have an entire tower dedicated just to cuisine, with food, a wine-inspired cuisine kitchen. We've got Indian cuisine. We have all sorts of amazing Asian specialties. And this would be what you see here is our chef's market, which is an amazing ocean view. All of them are ocean view and oceanfront, and this one has actually a private deck that you can experience private events on. And what I love about this is, as an adult, I can come here perhaps with my mom or my parents and my children, and I can go for a night, or even if I'm just coming with my husband and my daughters, I can easily have them enjoy the kids club, be safe, taken care of, or even have a babysitter for the evening and hop on next door to the El Dorado Casitas Royale or the El Dorado Royale and enjoy any one of the fantastic award-winning restaurants, all included. I can be an adult for the night, enjoy myself, and really have a great time. Not only that, but we do have suites here that accommodate up to 12 people, much larger than many apartments that you've ever seen in any large city. They're really fantastic. Imagine all being together, guaranteed in this suite accommodations with swim up options. So there are shared privileges, as I mentioned, with the El Dorado Royale and Casitas Royale. So you can take off just down the road. This is the little pathway, which is oceanfront. These are the 4 poster king-size beds, and these would be here to the left, the Casitas Royale. So really fantastic properties. Now here's what you were referring to, Danny, the Azul Beach Resort Riviera Cancun. And we call this a beachfront resort for everyone. Now this property is in a U shape, sort of a horseshoe shape, if you will, and the left-hand side has a wide variety of things that are catering to families. So guaranteed connecting suites, family suites with your own separate area that sleeps the kids versus a king size bed for the adults, TV on each side, very important, of course. And we also have the kids club there, a splash park, a pizza place, lots of great things. And not only that, but then on the other side of the property, you have an adults only section, a premium section, honeymoon suites, you name it. There really is something for everyone. And the amount of activities and experiences are just unbelievable. My favorite restaurant here would be Tapas. I love they have the Lazy Susan style in the middle, and basically you have the menu of the day and they just keep serving you what are the tapas of the day. At every restaurant at Karisma Hotels and Resorts, they first ask and reassure that we are making preparations for any culinary restrictions you might have or dietary requirements, and then based on that, they're serving that menu right up for everyone at the table, and it's really a great experience, especially with the younger kids. Now, we also have a fantastic experience, which is called Le Chic. And this actually was voted the best restaurant inside a hotel in the entire country of Mexico. And this has, the hotels have a AAA 4-diamond, but the restaurant itself has a 5-diamond award and has won the Gourmet Awards with Travel and Leisure Mexico. I know you've had a chance to experience this firsthand, right, Danny?
Yes, it was an amazing experience. I understand now they have a 20-course tasting menu, which is also wine paired. Now, this you have to recognize is an additional cost, but it's right on the resort and is an experience not to be missed. We had, I think, a 10-course tasting with wine pairing, and I've never experienced to that day, nor even after, I've never experienced anything like that. It's under the management of Chef Jonathan Gomez Luna, who is a highly regarded chef in Mexico, experimenting with what's called molecular gastronomy. Gastronomy, and I'll let you folks do a little research on that. It's well worth the cost, in my opinion. If you're a foodie, you will come away amazed. If you're an average eater, you will just be blown away by it. It's a particularly super dining experience. But having said that, I think personally that dining virtually anywhere on a Karisma property is gonna impress you, and you'll come back very happy.
Thank you so much. It's true. When you have an experience like Le Chic, it is something that's out of this world. It's never to be forgotten. I've had the honor of being present and attending and having the 18-course meal. It's not to be scared of. They're very small, as you can see here, the type of cuisine, really amazing. And he does a lot of tribute to Mexican cuisine. So I hope that you can make it down. And even if you're in the Riviera Maya and you're not at our properties or in Cancun, please do look it up. You can reserve on Open Table. So let's take ourselves to the next slide. Margaritaville, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if we have any parrot heads in the audience. I'd love to see you send a message. This is fantastic. We're honored to have a partnership with this amazing globally recognized brand. And Margaritaville, as many of you have known, if you've ever heard the song and lyrics and music by Jimmy Buffett, it's a lifestyle and really truly something of an escapism and experience. So we've just opened in March, believe it or not, of 2020, we opened the Margaritaville Island Reserve by Karisma. And this is not a new build property, but this is a property that we have completely redesigned to brand as a Margaritaville Island Reserve. Now, it is the only Margaritaville all-inclusive. There may be Margaritavilles you've seen out there, restaurants and hotels, but this is the only Margaritaville all-inclusive, which is called Margaritaville Island Reserve. And you can expect 5-star service here with the all-inclusive. What's going to be different? It's very laid-back luxury. It's live music throughout the property. It's a island ambassador, which is what our concierge are known to be, walking around with a 10-liter jetpack, basically, of Don Julio margaritas serving fresh into your glass. They're walking up with trays this size of your kitchen table floating in the pool, delivering your room service right to your swim up suite. Basically anything goes, and it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. You can see on the bottom the style and the decor of the room. You get flip-flops right when you check in, and you'll see the iconic flip-flop, which has a story in one of his songs, if you know them, of walking along the beach, of course. With Jimmy Buffett, and that's at every one of the hotel lobbies of the upcoming properties will be opening. So it's quite fantastic. What I love about this property, as well as the Azul Beach Riviera Cancun, they're just 15 to 20 minutes from the Cancun International Airport. So it's really, really a quick ride and you're at your property. So great for a short stay and great for an escape, most definitely. So this is a picture of 5 o'clock somewhere, our swim up bar. And in Negril, Jamaica, I'm going to take you to our next family-friendly property. So Azul Beach Resort is in Negril on the famous 7 Mile Beach. And this is chic luxury on one of the top beaches in the world, according to TripAdvisor, which, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to bore you with that now, but every single one of our properties has top spots in the top 10s in all and multitude of categories in TripAdvisor. So please take a look and see for yourself. You can talk to Danny at AlmonTravel and he'll share those with you. So Azul Beach Resort in Negril is a true beachfront property. I think it's one of the best kept secrets. Again, we're talking family friendly, just under 300 suites, and literally within 2 minutes from any of the rooms, you're right in the water. So if you walked for too long, you would be already way, way deep in the Caribbean Sea. You're just steps from the ocean. We've got a fantastic rum bar, many amazing restaurants and bars as well. And it's just 283 suites with that amazing service that we're known for with Gourmet Inclusive. It's welcome to multi-generational guests, of course, with our children's club as well. And those of you who love the Dominican Republic and would like to travel in a very exciting and even maybe silly way, we've got a fantastic property in partnership with Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon has chosen to partner with us out of all the hotel companies in the world for great reason of our customer satisfaction and dedication to service. Now, Nickelodeon is after really creating an emotional experience because there's probably many of you in the audience who have watched the Ninja Turtles in your lifetimes, or perhaps are SpongeBob fans. Well, these are great things to think about in an experience that you can have an escape with a luxurious and really, really luxurious experience with, at the same time, you can get silly if you'd like. What do I mean by that? Well, the property is located on the amazing beaches of Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and it's got these character experiences that are all sort of related in one area. So you can see here the Aquanic water park on the bottom right-hand side. You can have sliming adventures there, shows at night, and various activities that are character focused, or you can choose, for example, to participate in one of the nights within the properties, or even a character breakfast, which is usually called our pajama jams, where you come in your jammies and enjoy, for example, you can see here on the screen. But it's an adventure and an experience and something really to remember for guests of all ages, because the amenities are so well done for the adults just as much as they are for the kids. So it's not that you walk into a resort that's full of slime and loudness and rides and all these things. No, the property is beautiful, very luxurious, laid back, with a gourmet village with the restaurants that you can see here, 10 different restaurants, something for the families, but also something for the adults. As a testament to that, one of our top sales colleagues of mine who oversees the northeastern part of the US, this is where he picked to go to his honeymoon out of all the properties that we offer with Karisma. This can give you a look of Aquanic, of our water park, so with water slides, splash pads, and even a lazy river ride. And right adjacent to this property is Sensatori. So again, guests of all ages can enjoy. This is another brand, but it's actually on a shared property right here at the same hotel. And this is also something that can be reserved right here with Danny Almon of AlmonTravel. And Sensatori is 252 suites with 2 pools, 7 restaurants, and 6 bars. So these properties are adjacent to each other. They share a gourmet village. There's a sports arena with all different types of sports that you can enjoy. And just take a look at that beachfront right here. So you can see here's a Nickelodeon restaurant exclusive to Nickelodeon guests where they would host the character breakfast. And here, this restaurant is exclusive to the Sensatori guests. Everything else is pretty much shared facilities. If the guests staying at Sensatori would like to go to enjoy the water park, they can do so, and they would just pay a day pass, where as the Nickelodeon guests would enjoy the use of that without any extra charge. This is the Gourmet Village. So we've got live entertainment, a piano bar, beautiful restaurants, coffee shop, and so much more throughout the day for the guests to enjoy at both Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts Punta Cana and Sensatori Punta Cana. Now, believe it or not, we have some great hotels and news coming. Even through these times, we are plugging away moving forward and hopefully welcoming many of you to our new properties as well. So coming in the pipelines that you can also reserve with AlmonTravel would be the Margaritaville Island Reserve Riviera Maya, which will be an adults-only addition to the collection. This will be a brand new build, a lot bigger in size, close to 400 rooms, and this will open in the summer of 2021. This property will feature stunning rooms and decor. Not only that, but a brewery, which you can see here for Landshark Brewery, beer. And I think I'm getting tongue twisted, Danny. So Landshark Smokehouse and Brewery is a 2-story venue where we're brewing, first ever in Mexico, our Landshark beer for Margaritaville, and we'll be hosting live entertainment and events. We've also got, as you can see here, the amazing lobby bar area. And this is a picture of what it looks like that's coming in the future. In Cap Cana as well, Dominican Republic, for those of you who love the beautiful island, which is magical. We also will be opening one that is for guests of all ages, and that will be called the Margaritaville Island Reserve Cap Cana. That's scheduled to open in the 4th quarter. And here you can see again that iconic flip-flop, which has its very own story to it. Nickelodeon Hotels and the Resorts has continued to expand with us, and we do have plans on the table. As a matter of fact, if you travel today to Riviera Maya, you'll see the water park structure already coming up. So this is not different than the Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts in Punta Cana. The property is separate from the water park in the sense that, as Danny said, you just drive a little golf cart and you can get there. But the property itself is going to attract guests of all ages. One of the highlights here is that guests that are guests in the rooms will love the fact that it has an occupancy of 5 guests, so 2 adults and 3 kids, or a mix, as you will, and two separate bathrooms, which is a big plus, and a lot of families look for that. On the top of the sky here, you can see the pineapple under the sea, which is the house of SpongeBob, and we will also have a themed turtle lair, which is made to simulate living in the sewers, of course, as the Ninja Turtles do. And so any of you out there that have grandkids that love the cartoons, SpongeBob, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or Paw Patrol, which I know personally my children are really into, they will love this type of a property where you can have a great experience, stellar cuisine, some of the best food I've ever had at Nickelodeon Hotels and Resorts when I visited in Punta Cana, and this amazing water park, over 6 acres of thrilling rides, as well as a Paw Patrol section for the little ones, Bikini Bottom Village, and so much entertainment, lazy rivers, rock climbing walls, you name it. This is a great one to keep your eye on for that future family vacation. Now let's talk about groups and meetings. Whether that be that you're there for business, whether it be you'd like to get together on a social, we have yoga groups coming to us, we have culinary groups, we have a chili pepper festival, we have a group from Texas that comes in and does a group called Guitars and Swim Up Bars, which is hugely popular with our travel agent partners. Also, if you're coming for a romantic experience, perhaps a renewal of vows or anniversary trip with extended family, these are great properties to host that. And with CARP and AlmonTravel, we would like to provide you with an excellent and amazing special offer. So we're offering for a limited time for any bookings that you'd like to make. If you're excited and you want to get some travel on the books, we do have a resort credit we're offering you of $250 US, which will be valid from travel anytime now until March 31st, 2021. That will be valid for the next 30 days, and they have to be stays of 3 nights or longer. And now, before we have any questions, I'd like to bring it back to you, Danny.
Thanks very much, Sabrina. We've been so fortunate in our 17 years in business to have been able to visit and to arrange inspections at so many different resorts in the Caribbean area. And in my opinion, to have experienced amongst the finest resorts within the Karisma family of brands. So very, very happy about that. And just a couple of comments based on your presentation. The hydroponic garden was, they actually arranged tours of that, and I believe it's just from El Dorado Royale, isn't it? But anyway.
Correct. Casitas Royale and El Dorado Royale and Generations, yeah.
Okay. It was an amazing experience to go in there and see them growing all of these things and realizing that these, maturing fruit and vegetables were being on your table, probably later that same day.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I have a lot of admiration for is the owners of the Karisma properties. I know that way back in the swine flu time, and I suspect even amidst this time as well, but they kept all their employees on and used that time to train them, and they paid them so that they had a source of income where all of the other resorts, or most of the other resorts, were just simply laying them off. So that has made me feel, very comfortable and happy recommending these resorts on that basis. But I recall one incident when I was my wife and I were just sitting on the sand at El Dorado Royale, and one of the staff members came along and he saw half a bottle of water sitting on the sand, and he took the half bottle of water, took it over to the nearest palm tree and poured it on the roots of the palm tree, and he had a little incantation as he did that. And I was just saying, a lot of staff on other resorts would have just picked it up or maybe ignored it, or would have just thrown it in the garbage. So that, it's these little things that kind of make a resort stand out for you. And not to be discounted, the fact that El Dorados particularly are very adept at making Bloody Caesars, a favorite Canadian drink. Can't find that at too many resorts down in the Caribbean. So Karisma resorts, in my opinion, are definitely worthy of CARP membership consideration for your next vacation. Just a note before we conclude, and I know that we have some Q&As as well, but I'd like to recommend that viewers tune in next Tuesday, October the 13th at 6:30 for a wonderful exploratory visit to the Nile in Egypt with Viking River Cruises, still the top trip of my life to this day. Join me and Jordana Botting from Viking as we looked at history that has been in the making for over 5,000 years. And the following week, a date with Sven Zika of Pandour River Cruises for a look at northern Vietnam along the Red River, the UNESCO site of Ha Long Bay. That's where the small islands poke up out of the ocean. Remember James Bond's Tomorrow Never Dies. It was a stunning experience. So some upcoming things that I think viewers might be interested in looking at. So any questions that you would like to deal with, Sabrina?
You know what? We all the questions are taken care of. We don't have any questions coming up here. So I think it was just people responding at the beginning that they could see us. So I really appreciate the time that you spent, Danny, and each and every one of you for attending live, or perhaps you're watching this recording, and we really look forward to welcoming you together with AlmonTravel to any one of our properties in Riviera Maya, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic.
Sabrina, thank you very much for your time and your enthusiasm and your knowledge. We very much appreciate it.
It's my absolute pleasure. Have a really excellent rest of your day, Danny, and take care.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.